Hi, it's Fishing Sister here. Today I'm going to show you the rig that we used recently when we caught Australian herring down at Second Valley. This is the rig that we used because of the conditions on the day. So this is the rig that we're going to make today. We've got our main line coming in, we've got our ball float or bobber, and then we've got our leader. So we have a snap swivel connected to the main line, we have a burley spring just underneath that, and then we have our hooks and a split shot. So we'll go through this step by step. So this is our leader line, 8 pound or 3.6 kilogram. This is our ball float or bobber. This is our snap swivel, burley spring, octopus hook, I think these are a size 4, and split shot. You can see there's a range of sizes. We're going to use one of the smaller ones. So to show you how to tie our line, I'm going to use this yellow rope because I actually find it's really difficult to see when you're using the real thing, and fingers are getting in the way and it's really fine. So we're going to use this yellow rope so that you can see quite easily what's happening. So this is our leader line, and this is what we need to tie our line to for our hooks. Some people tie knots in their leader line, like so. But I really don't like this because it's just another way to get a tangle in my line. And you would have seen from some of my videos, I'm the queen of tangles. So I don't like these, and I never really change my hooks anyway when I'm out fishing. So we need another piece of 8 pound line. This is for our hook. And we need to tie this to our leader line. So we need to make a loop, passing it across the front, and then bring these end pieces through 3 times. That's 1, 2, 3, and then pull it tight. Nice and tight. So that's our leader line, and you can see the line for our hook hanging off. So you can see with this method that the hook's hanging away from the leader line, which means it's less likely to get tangled. Whereas if you were hanging your hook off the loop, which is the way that I showed you to start with, it's more likely to get tangled. And you can just trim off that little excess piece here, make it nice and tidy. Okay, so we've got our first line tied on to our leader line for our first hook. And now we need to tie the second one on. But at this point we'll cut our leader line to be around about 1 metre long. Filleting knife. Okay, so here's our pretend hook and our leader line. We need to attach our leader line to the hook using a uni knot. So we thread it through like this. Then we make a circle. Then we thread the loose end through 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've threaded it through 5 times. Then we need to pull it tight. Like so. Now if this was real line, I would be giving it a bit of lubrication so that it pulls nice and tight and cleanly, but this is quite thick rope, so it's not going to be as nice and tidy as all that. And then we just cut off our tag end. So we've attached our fake hook to our leader line. Okay, so now we've got our bottom hook tied on with a uni knot, our middle hook tied on with a uni knot, and now we need to attach our burley spring to the leader line. Now to do that we need to make a loop in our leader line. So we simply make a loop like this, thread it through, pull it tight. That's what we attach our burley spring to. We simply pull it through, pop the end back in the burley spring. There we are. Okay, so the last stages of this rig is to attach the burley float to the swivel and then the float to the line. Okay, so I've opened up the swivel. We just now need to attach the burley spring to the swivel. Easy as. Okay, so now I just need to attach the float to the main line. Look, there's different ways of doing it, but I like to have the white end bobbing up out of the water because it's easy to see. There's a little hook in the end. Just pop it around twice, let it go, and that's attached at the one end. Now we need to go to the other end. Push out the little hook that sticks out here and just thread it around and let that go. And that's attached it nice and close to the swivel. So the part that's missing and we can't do is we need to attach the split shot to the leader line. Now the split shot's got a little channel in it where you can put the line through. So that's what the split shot looks like. You just thread the line through and close it up with the pliers. And then it will be attached to the line. Okay, so that's our finished rig. There's lots of different ways to set your rigs up, and this is the way that we choose to do it. Okay, so that was a whole lot easier for me using rope because I can see it. Whereas when I'm normally putting together my rigs, I need a bit of help. I need my glasses and I need better light that's directed right where I'm working. So I've got my miner's light. This is how I have to do it, and it works a treat. Okay, so there you have it. We've got the ball float, we've got the burley spring, we've got a couple of hooks and our little split shot. Okay, so this is a drawing of the float rig in action. So you can see that we want to keep the hooks and the bait away from the bottom of the ocean. It's all rocky down here, but also the fish are not down the bottom. They're swimming around in the middle here. The ball float keeps the hooks floating up. The burley spring releases the burley into the water, which attracts the fish. So when the fish are swimming in, they grab the bait, they pull on the hooks, you'll see your ball float start to bob around, disappear under the surface, and you know that you've got something on the line. So we've used this rig a few times. One of them we caught 17 herring. And when we were filming the video catching Australian herring at Second Valley, we kept about 10 and threw a few back as well. So that's it. This is Fishing Sister saying goodbye.